Hi friends and welcome back to another episode of Slime Rancher. The reason that I'm diving right into the action is because I had some audio problems. So I had to re-record pretty much my entire microphone stuff. So this is basically just going to be me talking over gameplay, which is okay. That's going to be alright. For the next 3 episodes it's going to be like this, but I don't feel like that has to really impact the gameplay too much. First off, we're going to be starting to try to, 1, organize these dumb little slimes into the right areas, and continue to farm them up. Because now that we're starting to get more slimes in each of our areas, apart from that one that doesn't have any in it at all, which we will be getting some more slimes into, we need to start getting more collectors. First off, the plort collectors though. The plort collectors are going to be important first because we can just chuck loads of food in there and the plort collectors will start collecting everything for us instead. I'm going to be wanting to do something with those pink slimes very soon. My idea is that we're going to be upgrading the regular pink slimes into rocky pink slimes. We're going to be leaving the cat ones there. The empty one is going to be the exact same as the blue one as well. I think that the rocky blue cats, those guys work really well because they are dual rock and tabby, and that means that we're going to be getting a lot of money every single time we start to harvest things. But we need food first, and these little pink slimes are really good at stealing our food, and it's incredibly irritating trying to go out of our way to collect food, only to have these little pink slimes just steal everything and get the regular pink plorts that you can find everywhere. It's frustrating. And it's difficult at this point, because all we can do is go out at this point and start collecting food. We can't do anything really more than that. Because I would love to go around and start exploring new areas, but unfortunately I can't. All I can really hope to achieve is that we're going to be finding some rare slimes, possibly. I actually heard from one of my friends that you have a possibility of finding a gold slime, and I don't know if that's going to be a random encounter-y sort of thing, or if it's like we can only find a gold slime in a certain area, or if there's like a golden tabby slime you can encounter, a golden rock slime, for example. Or maybe if it's just a rock slime generally. And also, if you get a rock slime, does that mean that you can combine it with other slimes as well to get all these different types of golden slimes? How awesome would that be? I've got some advice from some other friends as well, which is good. People saying that I shouldn't be combining multiple things. If I combine more than 3 elements or 3 types of plorts, it will completely screw over everything, but that's not going to stop the slimes from doing it anyway. They will do it themselves. And it gets really confusing because you don't know why all of a sudden you go into your base and then everything's just chaos. But it kind of makes sense. So I said earlier that I was going to be upgrading all of the pink slimes to the rocky pink slimes. So we're going to be trying to find some of the rocky pink slimes over here, which we can literally just pick up and then fire all the way back to home. But we're also going to try to collect as many pure rock slimes and bring them back too, because they're going to be helpful as well. So we'll collect like rock plorts, rock slimes, if I could even find any, if they haven't already fused with all the other pink plorts here and become these little thingos. There you go. Rock plort. And oh my god, look guys, we have actual rock slimes. They're probably going to become... They almost immediately become the rocky pink ones. Because they go darting towards all other plorts. It's really annoying. I don't like the fact that the slimes go so quickly to any other type of plort, regardless of whether or not it is one that will keep them, that actually sustain their life. I managed to knock one off there, but like, honestly, who cares? We'll get so many more slimes. They all just continuously spawn, so we'll be okay. Well, I guess we successfully brought 1 slime back into the ranch. We could have brought more, but we do have 2 rock slimes already. And with those rock slimes, we're able to combine them with the normal pink slimes, and then start feeding them up a little bit to create more and more rocky pink slimes. As you'll see in like a good few seconds, but we'll get there, I kind of have to be a little bit careful here, because we've now introduced the rock slimes and the pink slimes to each other right alongside the tabbies, which are to the left of it. Which is dangerous because the pinks can jump if they jump on each other, and we all know that the tabbies are good at jumping. So we don't want those to fuse at all, under any circumstances. These guys are not looking for food at all, but I really want them to eat so they can start to create some more rocky pink slimes. Rocky pink slimes are good. Our farms are very, very successful at this point. I'm really glad that the farms are working so well, and we're actually going to be looking to get some more farms a bit later on. Obviously, without any food, we're not going to be able to continue growing our entire farm business / economy thingo. So we're going to need to focus on the farms a little bit later, but for the time being, we're just going to be focusing on our areas with the slimes in it. As soon as we get the slimes, then we can start to feed them a little bit more and focus on that. We do spend a lot of time at our ranch trying to feed as many slimes as possible just so we can get some more money. Because with more money, obviously, we can continue to upgrade our ranches. And the first thing I wanted to do in these areas would be to get an auto collector. Because I can just chuck food in, like I said, and the auto collector will do all the work for me. So I don't have to go into the areas that have loads of rocky slimes and risk accidentally bringing in other things, risk accidentally taking out some of the slimes to bring them into different areas, and of course, risk dying. Because there is a pretty good likelihood, I suppose, of you dying while you're in there because the rock slimes can do pretty substantial amounts of damage to you. You just chuck loads of food in. Loads of food in for our little kitties. There you go, look how happy they are. Auto collector is doing great work for us at this point, although we do have to wait a little while before it's going to actually start to activate properly. See, our pinks are doing well. Pinks are doing well so far. Provided the slimes actually eat the plorts like a little good slime they are. I'm not patient. I'm not going to bother actually waiting for the thing to collect them for me. Ow. I always forget that you're not able to farm them by sucking up the gem screen themselves. You actually have to suck it up from the little circular bit underneath it, and same with the little thing that you spit them into. That's the same thing you can suck things out of and spit things into, which I'm going to continuously forget. We've almost got 500, which means that we're almost able to get either an auto feeder or a collector. And the collectors, like I said, are going to be the first things I'm going to be going for. So we're just going to get a few extra plorts so that we can cash them in, and then we're going to get a collector. Then I won't have to worry about going in to get loads and loads of plorts. Southern tree. This tree is a classic. We're going to be having lots of issues, lots of difficulties with this one tree later on, but hey, we'll get there on it. We'll get there. There we go. Food ready to go. Guys, we have enough money. We have enough money. So the real question is, which one are we going to be upgrading? Well, obviously this is the one that we have just started to expand a little bit more. Maybe it would be a good idea to put the slime back in where it actually belongs. On the one that has the tabbies, maybe we should put an auto feeder on this one because we already have lots of slimes in there. And that means that we can go out, and as we're starting to expand the other areas, we're able to continue to get more money just while we're out exploring and continuously upgrading different areas. So I think that's what we're going to be doing. Long story short, I cashed in my things and now we're farming out fruit and vegetables and pretty much whatever we can also find to farm up. It's been a little bit longer, so hopefully all of the farms or all of the crops outside of our ranch would have regenerated or would have come back. And I think that's the theory. I can go out and I can actually start collecting more things because we haven't got slimes eating all of them. They'll still be eating lots of them, but there are still some things for us to collect. There we go. That's good. We're going to collect some plorts because plorts are free when we're out here, and as long as they're not taking up ridiculous amounts of inventory space, then that should be fine. Other thing is that, yes, I'm going to continue collecting as many of these little pink cats as possible, because if we collect all of these, we can add them into our area that's like front right, I guess. I think that's the area that all of the cats are in if you're walking straight into the ranch from the main entrance. So we've got a few extra ones here. And I was going to go out and get some tabbies, but tabbies are a little hard to find at the moment. We'll go out and explore a little bit later on. But I guess I still found some food and some extra free pink tabbies there. So that works. I'm not complaining about that. Now we've got some carrots. Carrots are good to feed to our rocks. There we go. Happy little slimes. And then we don't even need to bother about collecting them because obviously the collector will do that for us. This is where it starts to get a bit complex or a bit more dangerous because the cats start to get out. They start to jump around and move around all over the place. And as soon as the slimes from different areas start to socialize, that's when things start to get icky. Because then bad things start to happen, and that's not good. Obviously, if a bad thing happens, that's not good. Look at me making great statements. Grand statements of the playthrough. I honestly have nowhere to put these carrots, but I'll leave a whole bunch of carrots in there. And yeah, I think I'm going to put some other carrots in the other exhibition area as well. Because I know that I'm going to be putting some more rock slimes in that place too. We're going to be doing the exact same thing that we have in this exhibition that we'll be doing in this one that has carrots in it already. So we're going to be having 2 areas that have rocky cats, and then another area with pink rock, and the other that has I think like pink cats. So that's more or less the plan for the time being. We're once again going to go out. I'm going to try and find some more rock slimes, possibly some more cat slimes, or some more tabby slimes. I try to shorten things like as much as possible, so if I want to talk about the tabbies, I'll probably call them cats, and if I want to talk about the rocky ones, or whatever the heck they're supposed to be called, I'll call them rocks. I think it makes sense. Just my way of saying things pretty much as quickly as possible. What do you know? We happen to find some phosphors and some tabby slimes, which is pretty awesome. But then as they start to fuse, and then all this chaotic stuff seems to happen when too many slimes fuse. So don't let that happen. Once again, with the fact that the phosphor slimes aren't really able to do anything during the day, I actually go ahead and check to see what these phosphor slimes will be doing during the day. And apparently, if they're exposed to too much sunlight, they'll basically just cease to exist. So the only way to actually farm these things properly is to have them growing in a cave or thriving in a cave or any kind of dark environment. If you don't have them in that kind of environment, they'll just die out, and there's pretty much no way to do that. I don't think we can actually properly build shelters, so I think we're going to have to hold off on the farming of the phosphors until we end up hitting the cave area later on. The grinding continues. Well, we have a few more pink cats that we're going to be bringing back, and we have some extra fruits. We have a couple more tabby slimes, loads more pink plorts, and some more carrots. I'm so bad at aiming these slimes. They just bounce all over the place, and you just can't get them where you want them to go. They're insane. Now, this is the point where I'm actually kind of glad that I'm going to be doing post-commentary for this, because look what I did here. I mistook this one for a tabby. And when I put the rocky one in with the tabbies, that's when everything started to become absolute chaos, and that's bad. I had no idea why everything was going wrong with it. As soon as they started eating food, it was like, oh my god, where are these things coming from? What are they doing here? How on earth did they get here? It was just confusion and mayhem. So you need to be really careful with the slimes that you're picking up, because it's really easy to make a small mistake like that can cost you an entire area, meaning that you need to farm up everything again. You'll probably end up losing loads of slimes. You'll probably end up losing a whole bunch of potential plorts, and also obviously that's food going to waste too, because the food fuels the slime eats another plort, and then it starts eating even more slimes. You lose lots of stuff. Don't risk it. Just check to make sure that you've got the right slime before you put it in a certain exhibition or exhibit or area, or whatever you want to call it. Yeah. That's so cute. We've got such big areas with all these huge slimes, but we just got 2 little kitties sitting there. It's like, oh my god. And I don't have enough room to hold any of this stuff. I've just got too much stuff in my inventory. Yeah. It's pretty ridiculous. I can trade in one of the rock ones. I can just leave some of the rock plorts in there. And then we just take all of our tabby ones and start cashing them in, because money. And we can put the rock plorts back into the rock areas, and then we can start putting other pink slimes in there instead. And we can start collecting everything up pretty much. We're going to be wanting to expand both of our rocky areas. It's pretty convenient that both of the rocky ones are blue and the other ones are pink. Semi-color coded, kinda. Actually, they kind of are. Because you don't, I guess there is one area, you don't want to be bringing the blues into the pinks, you don't want to be bringing the pinks into the blues. Because it's a kind of color thing, but one of the pink ones is able to go into the blue ones because they are rocks, I guess. And I don't know how I got that achievement. Transporter, what does that do? Is it like is that an achievement that you get for collecting a certain number of oh wait, it's probably for putting a certain number of plorts into the collector. That's probably what the achievement is for. There are a good few achievements you can get in this game really randomly, and I have no idea why on earth half of them appear anyway, but I guess that's something we'll figure out as we gradually continue. So we're getting an air net for this area because we need air nets to stop any of the slimes from bouncing in different areas, but I need to think about it a little bit before we actually decide what we want to do. And also we need the money. Obviously I don't want to just be going ahead and buying all of these things, but at the same time I don't want to be leaving things for too long before everything turns to chaos. So we have an air net now, and an air net will be very helpful now. We do need to get air nets for the other ones too. Air nets for all of the others, collectors, I think we have collectors for all of them actually, or most of them. We have collectors for most of them. It's the auto feeder that we're going to need to focus on a little bit more because we only have an auto feeder on one of them, and I think we have collectors on two. Yeah, we tend to spend most of the evenings in this game back at the ranch, because if we're spending a lot of time outside the ranch, doing like explorations and things, there's honestly not a whole lot that we can really do. We can probably collect a few, possibly like maybe some phosphor plorts if we have enough fruit on us, but there's nothing that we can do at nighttime that we wouldn't really be able to do at daytime, and at daytime we can get even more fruit and vegetables and whatever anyway. And look at that, 2 achievements in one video. I don't even know what that achievement means. Once again, maybe with the name of the achievement being fortunate, possibly that achievement means you got lots of money or something like that. I don't really know. I'm not really too sure what that entails. So we've got a little bit of a plan for next time. Next time on Slime Rancher, we're going to be wanting to actually build out some more farms. So go ahead and collect some more food to get some more farms. Make sure that we're getting more slimes for these 2 exhibits as well. Obviously, we want to get more slimes in the rocky areas. Our farms are a tad slow at the moment because we only have 2 of them. And I did notice we actually have 2 areas over here which we're able to activate a garden in. So we can have a garden or literally anything else. I'm going to be selling both of them as gardens. So next time on Slime Rancher, we've got a few things for us to do. So thank you so much for joining me on this episode of Slime Rancher, and I hope to see you all again next time. Hey everybody, I'm Mario the Smashery. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed and want to support this channel, give this video a like and be sure to subscribe for more content like this. Check out more of my videos, and I hope to see you all again soon.